Just a quick introduction. Hey everyone, my name is Hitesh. I make coding videos. That's usually what you know about me, but apart from that, I have done few other things in the life. One of which I am really proud of is I have traveled to 45 countries. Still looking forward to go more. And I make a lot of YouTube videos in English and Hindi. Combinedly, both of my channels serve around 5 million users every month. But that's the part where you know me a lot. And see, some of you have seen my videos and stuff. But what you don't know about, this is what I'll be discussing about that. The team asked me, hey, can you share the presentation? I said Claude couldn't do it. So no point of having a presentation. Rather, I'll show you what I do directly on the code part and all these stuffs. I'll show you the applications that I have built. I'll show you what we are building and what the scale of that. And are you guys worried about AI will take your job? Yeah, a little bit. I'm not because I'm retired. So I did started a company, Learn Code Online, which was serving around 3 lakh-ish users. That got acquired for a pretty good amount. And the company who acquired me gave me stocks and everything, made me CTO and stuff, all of that. That company very quickly got acquired by PW, Physics Wala. It was one of their biggest acquisition and they moved into the skill domain. I served as a senior director there for around 9 months. But then I realized this is not the fun part. This is meetings, boring, deal discussion. Hey, cloud price should go less. I'm not made for that. I am a guy who enjoys on YouTube. I am the guy who enjoys the building stuff. So then I resigned there and came back again on YouTube and started. But there is also one more part of my life which a lot of people don't know, that I also run another company in the B2B ecosystem known as Learnist. So Learnist is one of the world's top tier learning management system, which provides you the DRM encryption. That is one of our biggest moat. DRM encryption, for those who don't know, it's same security that Netflix provides. And we have thousands and thousands of schools on that. Combinedly, currently we are serving around 25 million users. That's where all of my learning comes that I show off on YouTube. Apart from that, we consume around 1 petabyte of data every month. So we know how the scale actually works. And that's all I'm going to discuss, that what we are building, how we are using AI and all the cutting edge that we are doing. So I hope that's the introduction. I hope we are on the same page now. Okay. So one of the first thing that I would like to mention to everyone is the two segment of the talk are there. The first segment is building personalized softwares. The second one is building at the scale. I have been always a big advocate of building the softwares. Please build them more. If you're working even in some company, some corporate, that's okay, that's great. But on the weekends, it is very important now in this time that you keep your weekends with you. Nobody should command your weekends. Even if you work in the startup, big tech, corporate, whatever that is. Because weekend should be for the builders. And you are computer science engineers, I hope so, or at least with the brain. And that is the most important part. If you're not going to build, then there's no point of being an engineer. And now there are so many tools which helps you to build even faster. So don't be afraid of these are just the abstractions. So let me tell you this story. There used to be a time when companies used to come to college and used to ask, hey, do you have interest in computer science? A lot of people used to have the interest in electronics and communication or mechanical engineer. If you have interest, you are onboarded, you are hired. Then eventually the time came up when companies used to ask, hey, can you write a hello world in any programming language? C, assembly, VB, whatever. Okay, you can do that, you are hired. Then came up the time when people used to ask that, okay, hello world is not enough. Can you print some patterns? Can you write a small function? If you can do that, you are hired. So as you can see, the bar is constantly raising. Then a lot of people took the interest because salaries were high. Office tour YouTube videos were doing really great. What I did at my Google campus, how I worked, it was all fun. So they started to ask lead code questions, system design questions, and all of that. But the ultimate goal was never lead code or system design. It was about building the stuff. We are builders. We don't do anything. We just enable people to do their job. People thought that computer science and all these programming are the core entities. They were never your entities. You are always enabled. Do you deliver foods? Do you deliver cabs? No, you don't do that. You just allow people to do it. You write code so that somebody can do their job better. A lot of people ask me, now you are in the edtech business. So edtech is dead. AI can do everything. You never looked from the wider perspective what I see the world. EdTech is not just about the tech part of it. On our EdTech platform, we serve people who are teaching medical schools, chartered accountants, tailoring, farming. You have no idea how diverse we are. So the first thing is build the stuff. And let me show you a couple of fun and interesting stuff. That's why I don't have any presentation or anything. I'll show you that how I actually work and how I go for that. So everything that you see around here, I do have my Claude running up in different tabs. I'm building back to back these softwares, maxing out these plans. Almost every day, every week I max out Claude. Whatever needs to happen. So my point is don't be afraid of building, whether it's Claude or anything. I have a lot of years of experience backing me up, and still there are people who are saying, oh, you should not use AI that much. Why so? Genie is already out. These are the same people who used to complain that you should write every function manually or every HTML tag manually. Editor can do the HTML tag. Why should I be writing it? I should focus on the logic part of it. Now, even in today's era, you should be focusing on more on the logic part and building part of it. So what I'm doing is I'm day in, day out building. So this is another software that we build around is the U team. I'll show you the demo of it. Hopefully we'll get some internet and stuff. But what this U team does, it's not yet out. And by the way, I do have a mobile app also. Once I build the software, I one-shotted it so that I can have an app. So let me give you a brief idea how this app helps me. This is my entire content team for YouTube. I can add any YouTube video in this. I'll probably show that also. I can add any YouTube video on it. The AI goes and watch the whole video. Then it suggests me 5 titles that I can use to reach better on the YouTube. It goes ahead and gives me the timestamp where the chapter marker should be there. It also goes ahead and write description for me. It also goes ahead and get the whole analysis of the entire comment that are being done there. And then suggest me 3 comments that I should be replying there faster. And since I have the app in my phone itself, traveling cab is a big thing in Bangalore. So I can just reply to at least 50 people right there. Not only that, it has a link. I can just paste any engineering link on that. And it goes through the entire link, generates stories for me. And through 11 labs, it even creates audio for me so that I can just plug in my earphone and understand a really complex engineering article and just understand it. So I'm using AI to make sure that I'm also learning at 10x speed. Previously, this was not possible. I can just any idea, any app into this one. I'll show you the demo. Don't worry on that part. But a whole lot of this thing was written by AI. It was some places there was, I got frustrated in that. I had to use a couple of models, have to change my strategy. And this whole thing is managing entirety of my YouTube ecosystem. It even generates me thumbnails also. It gives me 3 thumbnails and all these things. I have persona, everything is being built up. And very soon I'll probably put it up for the sale as well. That, hey, if you want to buy it, manage your YouTube entirely, you can go ahead and do that. So that's the one part of it. And this is not the only software that I'm building up. There's another one I'm building, which is Time Arena. And all these softwares that I build, I give it to my cohort students so that they can test it out, they can work on it and all these stuff. I'll show you more on this part, that how I'm helping this one. So this is the first part of it. YouTube is a big part of my life. So that's the one software that I'm building up. Another one is Time Arena. What it does, it simply helps my student in the cohort so that they can be accountable of something. So you can do your entire scheduling, your time tracker, and even build a socket overflow inspired by Stack Overflow. The whole idea is instead of waiting that somebody post an answer, it's an instant answering thing. And all these things can be built up here. This is one part of it. Apart from that, we also build one more platform known as MasterG. And what what we saw the thought process is, especially people in Bangalore, they spend a lot of time in traveling. So we thought, can we build the whole lead code system on the mobile app? And we did it. All of you can search Master G on the mobile app itself, and you can download it and prepare for the lead code interviews on the go. And we saw that college students are practicing daily just one or two problem, and they're cracking. Recently, one of our students cracked Microsoft, and Master G has no pricing at all. Thanks to the previous acquisition, that now I can afford it to give it all for free. But here's the fun part. Here's the most engineering part about it. Majority of the people who build these kinds of lead code ecosystem, there is a famous repository, Judge Zero. Herman is a good friend as well. Uh, but then we realized, hey, can we push AI to build our own code execution engine? And yes, we did it. So whole infrastructure is in-house. And you know where it is deployed? To DigitalOcean. $5 machine is doing all of that. And we are managing way above 50,000 users on that. As rightly said in the keynote, we truly don't understand what does it mean by of using the infrastructure. $5 machine handling around 50,000 users, daily practicing lead code, code execution engine, everything there. And not only that, I'm building even more. I'm building one more application for my trainer in the gym so that he can make me to go to gym again back. So all these applications, how many of you are building these personal application? Only a handful of you. Why is it so? Because you are giving away your weekends to somebody. I don't want to bash any companies or anything, but if this is not the builder's time, I don't know when it will be. You can build at least 10x or probably 50x faster than before. And you all have some problems in your life, maybe gym, workout, office, food. This is the time to build the stuff. YC is coming to Bangalore. Why they are coming? Because you are not truly understanding what the power AI is giving to you. It is way more powerful than you're realizing. This is the exact same moment that you saw when computers were out there. A lot of resistance came up, a lot of anxiety, frustration, fear, everything, all these emotions were there when computer came for the first time in human life. And this is exactly the moment in the AI ecosystem. Now we will see much more softwares, which are indie softwares that solves the problem of just your apartment, just your family, just your friends group. And you are the heart of it. You already are sitting on that skill of software building knowledge. Even if you have vague idea or something, learn on the go. Because you can all build it. And thanks to these VC venture capital, you are all funded by them. You don't realize it because you don't see it from that perspective. Okay, quick exercise. How much do you pay for Vercel for your personal project? Almost nothing. That's the funding. How much do you pay for database? Neon or Superbase or something. How much do you pay for them? Almost zero. That's the funding to you. How much of you deploy on Cloudflare? A lot of you. That's the funding to you. The Gemini is insanely free. There's a generous free tier there. Almost every cloud provider is giving you $10, $20, which is more than enough to run AI. So build those crazy ideas, build those crazy projects, and we are doing so much activity. We are building labs. We are changing the whole learning ecosystem for the students as well. What it used to take me around 6 months to teach, now I can teach it within 2 weekends. Examples are there, diagrams are there, practice exercises are there. We are able to produce so much so highly. That's one part of it. But also, coming on to the second part of the talk, how to build for the scale. That is where a lot of engineering comes into the picture. And you have to be very worried about that part. Because if you're building for any company or corporate, because the scale like that we see, 25 million user, even a slightest mistake in deploying or giving the access of AI to the user can rack up our bill to easily $50,000. Super easy. But what we're doing is we're changing the whole infrastructure. And I'll show you a couple of, I don't think so we have internet, but I'll show you a couple of things that we have done now, which will help actually us to understand more. Don't worry, these are dummy schools. So no, these are not actual sales. Don't worry on that. Okay. So what we're doing, you might have seen that, hey, I can get any answer from ChatGPT. We all have seen, because we always see, one of the really bad thing about our techies is we can't think outside of the tech. That is not so great. People who build great companies and great software, they always think outside of the tech. We usually try to build software and sell it to only techies. I'll build an editor, I'll build something, or I'll sell the tech courses only, or something like that. But what I'm trying to say you is there is a way. So if I give you an option that, okay, this is a video here, and you can ask any question about this video, you'll be saying, okay, this is not a great demo. I can also build it. But let me give you an example why this is a great demo. Some of our teachers teach stock market. In the stock market, the news is not out there in public. Whatever they have taught in their lecture, that is the whole news. So that's where we have to build this ecosystem, and we have built that. Just to quickly wrap up this demos and everything, now in this school entirely, you can get the whole summary, you can get the transcript, and we even have a chai as our AI. So these days I'm loving chai. So CHAI is the chai that we have. And you can ask any question, any follow-up questions, even get quiz and everything on that. And building this and rolling out to people took us really, really lot of time. But what I'm saying now, a huge number of corporates are using us. We have pretty big giant name, but since we are white labeling, we cannot actually mention the whole clients and all of that. But for corporate training, for the posh training, and all the corporate that are going up there, they are using our infrastructure there behind the scene. So what I'm saying is that it is there, but one thing keep in mind is roll out very slowly. If you have scale in the AI, roll out very slowly. We have burned the hands, and we have also seen some of the high bills which we didn't want it to see, but it is there. And also, no one AI is the solution. If you want to take one thing out of the talk, no one AI is the entire solution. You need to bring, even in the same chat application, we actually consult with three different AIs, and based on the query, we actually use different models that we have. So make sure you also go with that. I'll be hanging around to discuss more on how we are rolling this out. By the way, this is all in production. A lot of clients are using it, burning a lot of our tokens, but we are happy with that. So summarizing this whole talk, whatever you want to see, you'll see a lot of presentation and all the stuff. I don't prefer those presentation. I prefer to talk directly in that. So number one thing, Saturdays and Sundays should be yours. Everyone here should be building something. That could be a gym app, that could be a time tracker, your own calculator, for goddamn sake. But build something. Builders always have won, and they will keep on winning. Don't worry about what AI is doing, what it's not doing. Just keep on maxing out Claude, Codex, whatever you use. Everyone should have at least one or two personal app in your phone, in your desktop, or something. That will give an idea, and you never know which idea can pick up. It can be $100 billion. Who knows? I never knew that Learn Code Online could be 100 crores of company. It could be evaluated at 100. The last company we never knew it would be selling off for 250 CR. Who knows that things? Nobody knows that. There's no plan for that. So get your first app. And second thing is, if you're building scale in the AI ecosystem, keep in mind, one AI is not the solution. Slow rollout is the best friend. And even if solution looks like a basic RAG or something, there is a use case in the corporate. The skills which you are saying, this is okay, this is basic. Always remember, Todoist does probably around $30 million of revenue. So even a to-do app can do a lot. So that's it. I don't have internet right now, but I'll definitely put out some videos on the U team and couple of other Time Arena apps and that I have built up. So I'll share that. I don't have internet access. I plan to have a demo and all of that, but sadly couldn't do that. But again, do check out these apps, or even if you want, latently copy these ideas or build it. Go ahead, build that. I'm totally fine with that. So that's it from my time. Please, for God's sake, build something. If you want to take the one thing out of this entire conference, go out and build something, no matter what people say. Even if it's your to-do app, it should be your to-do app. You know what? One more thing that I'm doing these days, I'm building left and right. I'm trying to compete with Postman even. That's gutsy. I'm ready to give it a shot. And the website is up. It's webrequestkit.com. Mac, Windows, OS. Exact Postman client, built in Rust, built for speed. I'm building left and right. I'm ready to take head down with the Postman. Will I fail? Probably yes. I'm okay with that. But at least I did a fight. I did. See, I'm okay with failing down, but I'll fail on the higher side of the things. So, how many of you are going to compete with Notion? You can build that, yeah. Ever thought of building your own database? You can build it. Do you ever think there should be something better than SQLite or Postgres? What's stopping you is your own mind. That's all. Why can't you compete with Postman? Why can't you compete with something like Google Docs? Maybe, maybe not. But let the destiny decide that if even if you are not able to do that. So my point is you have skills. Please build that thing. Thank you so much.